everybody. I hope you're having a good evening. Excited to do a little live streaming with you. If there's something you want to hear, you can put it in the chat. But I'm just gonna kind of play some tunes. I do have at least one new song to play, and yeah. But I'm gonna kick it off with a song for any Gryffindors out there. Don't you know he's a Gryffindor? But he's not like the rest. He could have been head boy if he'd taken the test. Even though he's a Gryffindor, and I'm just a puff, but when he smiles at me, I can't get enough. He's got more scars than I can mention. But then again, so do I. Maybe it's magical intervention that brought us together that night. Don't you know he's a Gryffindor? But he's not like the rest. He could have been head boy if he'd taken the test. Even though he's a Gryffindor, and I'm just a puff, when he smiles at me, I can't get enough. We'll spend all day talking about books. We'll spend all night just drinking beer. He might spend the night locked in his bedroom, 'cause this time of the month's getting near. Late night sneaking into Muggle movies with you taught me that there was nothing that you and I couldn't do. There's powerful magic when we combine. I'll always fight Death Eaters with you at my side. Don't you know he's a Gryffindor? But he's not like the rest. He could have been head boy if he'd taken the test. Even though he's a Gryffindor, and I'm just a puff, when he smiles at me, I can't get enough. When he smiles at me, I can't get enough. Don't you know he's a Gryffindor? Ooh, all right. Glad to see a few more people have joined us. I do have I have the settings on where you have to have subscribed to me for 5 minutes before you can comment. So just because this is a public live stream, wasn't sure how it was going to go. So if you're like, why can't I comment? Just subscribe to the YouTube and it'll let you comment it, like within a song or so. But thanks for joining me tonight. I just got back from Providence, Rhode Island, spent a weekend there, played a show. Originally wasn't even going to play the show, and the show just kind of happened while I was there, so that was a fantastic time. But our live stream tonight is to celebrate another anniversary of the Tonks and the Aurors Patreon. I think this is the 3rd anniversary of the Tonks Patreon. So if you've ever been curious what the Patreon is like, the stream team level gets you a monthly live stream like this now on YouTube. But yeah, it's usually just a little bit of chatting, a little bit of music, sometimes some Q&A, just depending what we're feeling like. And the December live stream is always holiday song um, themed, so you'll get to hear some holiday songs next month if you're on the Patreon at that level. But regardless, I am excited to have a live stream tonight. So, because I like playing music with y'all. Let me see. I didn't really write a set list, so I'm gonna try to think of what I want to play next. There we go. Yeah. All right. All right, this is a song that I wrote a while ago and was released, I think, on an HPA compilation, but I've never done a full recording of it with the band, so I need to do that. It's on the list for the next album, but this song is called Witches to the Front. Witches to the front at the Wizard Rock Show. We don't really care if you don't want to go. Have some fun, we're gonna sing along. Holy freaking crap, it's my new favorite song. Let's go, let's sing up front with me. This might just be the best night. Let's see witches to the front, witches to the front, witches to the front, witches to the front. What would Luna do if you brought her here tonight? You know Ginny wouldn't leave here without a fight. Listen to me, your favorite riot witch. Wizard Rock is better than catching that snitch. Let's go, let's sing up front with me. This might just be the best night. Let's see witches to the front, witches to the front, witches to the front, witches to the front. Amazing. Yes. All of your pets can be at the front of the Wizard Rock Show when it's a live stream. That's the beauty. Get my guitar tuned back up. When you fly with a guitar, you have to loosen the strings because the pressure change in the cabin, if they're too tight, can actually like snap the neck of the guitar, which is always a fun thing to think about. And I got home yesterday from Rhode Island and took this guitar with me. So I'm going to be tweaking the tuning a little bit here and there because of all the pressure changes. Yes, these are things to know. And this is like the nicest guitar I've ever owned. So I definitely didn't want its neck to snap, but I also almost forgot. Generally I can forget for one of the two flights whenever I fly somewhere, but I remembered both times, which is exciting. I can teach you other things about guitar if you're interested. I taught guitar for about 5 years when I moved to Ohio, mainly because I was not full-time at my job that I moved down here for. Woof. So I taught guitar at the YMCA that's basically across the street from my house. So this is one of my favorite songs to play. Sometimes I gotta, let myself have a little bit of fun. It's off of the album We Are Magic, which is coming up on next year. Is the 15th anniversary of We Are Magic, which is wild. I currently live kind of just north of Cincinnati and south of Dayton, in between those two. So that's where I'm living, but maybe not for long. We'll see. The goal is to get out, is to escape. But yeah. So this next song is called The Radio. It's about Potter Watch from Book 7, because We Are Magic, if you're unaware, newer Wizard Rock fans might not know, my album We Are Magic is a concept album about what happened in Book 7, but all from Tonks' perspective. So if you ever read Book 7 and were like, I wonder what other people are doing, it's kind of an album like that, but Tonks specific. And this song is about listening to the radio and hoping to hear Remus Lupin on the radio during Potter Watch. Tonight I'm all alone, 'cause my baby's gone. I listen to the radio, 'cause my baby's on. When the sun goes down, it's time to tune in. Just repeat the password and you'll hear him. So I turn the dial and I tune in every night to knock the signal strong. And I hear my baby's voice coming through the waves by the radio light. I can't fall asleep, but I feel safe every time you remind me to keep faith. Every time you remind me to keep faith, I feel safe. Every time you remind me to keep faith. Every time you remind me to keep faith. He may not share his name because of people we can't trust, but I recognize his voice. Oh, my baby goes by Romulus. He sounds so brave every time he talks on the air, but I know he's worried every time he leaves me here. So I turn the dial and I tune in every night to knock the signal strong. And I hear my baby's voice coming through the waves by the radio light. I can't fall asleep, but I feel safe every time you remind me to keep faith. Every time you remind me to keep faith, I feel safe. Every time you remind me to keep faith. Every time you remind me to keep faith. So I turn the dial and I tune in every night to knock the signal strong. And I hear my baby's voice coming through the waves by the radio light. I can't fall asleep, but I feel safe every time you remind me to keep faith. Every time you remind me to keep faith, I feel safe. Every time you remind me to keep faith. Every time you remind me to keep faith. All right. Ooh. Let me position myself a little bit in this chair. If my ring light's power cable will allow me to. All right. I'm trying to decide if I'm ready to play this new song or not. I think I'm going to play one more and then I'll do the new song. So, this next song is off of the album A Familiar Beat, which is a collection of Motown-inspired wizard rock songs. And this song is not about Ravenclaws, all right? So, but it is about the male. Since you've been gone, don't you know who loves you the most? I get your letters every day in the post. It's not enough anymore. I want you at my door to live it by hour. To live it by hour. Ooh. Your picture's staring back at me from a frame on the wall. I wish that we could talk on a muggle telephone call. It's not enough anymore. I want you at my door to live it by hour. To live it by hour. Ooh. Just wrap you up in string. You are the only thing I've ever wanted delivered to me. So hear me when I sing. It's not enough anymore. I want you at my door to live it by hour. To live it by hour. Ooh. Ooh. All right. Well, it looks like we've got some more folks joining us. Welcome. Thanks for hopping on the live stream. I think I said this earlier before some of you joined, but if you're like, why can't I comment? You have to subscribe to my channel. It's just a small security measure since this is a public live stream that I added, but Hopefully it's not too weird for you. All right. You want to hear a new song? Patreon members heard a demo of this a while back, but I haven't played it anywhere else, so figured it would be good to premiere on this live stream. So, this song I have been paying very close attention, playing a lot of shows in libraries and such to the book bans that have been going around, and so I kind of took inspiration. I wrote a small part of this song, and then it all came very fast, which is usually a good song, or a good sign in songwriting. The song doesn't have a name yet. I've just been calling it the banned books song, but I'm sure it will evolve to have an actual name at some point. So, all right. So here's the banned books song. In 1982, Banned Books Week was born. And ever since then, nothing's changed. We keep reading, they keep banning, and every list gets more deranged. FASCIST, that's what book bans are to me. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, still their arguments proceed. FASCIST, that's what book bans are to me. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, can these school boards even read? Parents and school boards get bored, or a librarian gets scared. Newspapers slowly disappearing. Communities lose watchdogs who care. FASCIST, that's what book bans are to me. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, still their arguments proceed. FASCIST, that's what book bans are to me. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, can these school boards even read? Lock me up, take me away. I'm gonna read banned books anyway. It's time to question our leadership. 'Cause what you're doing is good old censorship. FASCIST, that's what book bans are to me. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, still their arguments proceed. FASCIST, that's what book bans are to me. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, can these school boards even read? Oh, can they read? Oh, it's fascist to me, and they'll always be. hope you like the banned book song. There's something very like Schoolhouse Rock or Sesame Street about the chorus that I could not deny. Fascist. Also, the anxiety of spelling in a song and like multiple times looking up that you've spelled it correctly just to be sure is a lot. I can tell you that. Where did I put that? All right. Let's see. What shall we play? Oh, I know. I was like, I need to play a different type of chords to stretch out my hand. And this next song does that. So, all right. All right. This is a newer song. Will also be on the next album when that comes to fruition. I played this in Providence, and it was a very fun one to play with the drummer and with a full room of people, where I would probably say 75% of them had no idea what was going on. But also, this is a very good song, in my opinion, to play on Transgender Day of Remembrance. But this is my song Fandom Autonomous Zone, which is about how the fandom is what exists now. No one else exists. The creator of the Harry Potter books is not even someone that we really need to worry about, because the fandom has our back, and that's all that matters. So here's Fandom Autonomous Zone. We are self-governed, reject authority of JKR and the WB. Protect each other from these new enemies. This is Fandom Autonomy. We are self-governed, reject authority of JKR and the WB. Protect each other from these new enemies. This is Fandom Autonomy. Welcome to the Fandom Autonomous Zone, where we make this story all our own. Without the creator, we're finally free. So come on, you sing with me. We are self-governed, reject authority of JKR and the WB. Protect each other from these new enemies. This is Fandom Autonomy. You are valid, yes we believe. We fight for your rights, we'll never leave. We're building a future, welcome home. The Fandom Autonomous Zone. We are self-governed, reject authority of JKR and the WB. Protect each other from these new enemies. This is Fandom Autonomy. The story was never perfect, and neither is she. Let's elevate other voices and let the fandom be free. Let the fandom be free. Oh, let us all be free. We are self-governed. Reject authority of JKR and the WB. Protect each other from these new enemies. This is fandom autonomy. Fandom autonomy. Fandom autonomy. Woo! I hope you liked that one. I refuse to respect anyone who doesn't respect other people's human rights, so that's that. I hope that this week, for those of you in America, is a restful one around the Thanksgiving holiday. I am working tomorrow and then have the rest of the week off, which I'm very thankful for. But we'll be traveling all over to see family and then come back for Friendsgiving. You know, you got to make a good, balanced effort of all of it. So that's mine. So I hope your Thanksgiving is as nice as mine will hopefully be. But yeah, Providence is really cool. I mean, I've done so much stuff since my last live stream. I played a really cool show here in Cincinnati, at a new breakfast restaurant called Bee, who hosted me for a Harry Potter day. And yeah, it's just been pretty busy. I was kind of surprised how busy November ended up being. So I'm glad to be here with y'all. On the Patreon, there will be a poll posted in a couple of days for our December live stream, because you get to help pick the day. And if there are any Patreon members currently listening, please update your address in Patreon, because I have a holiday gift that I have paid for that will come. It won't come till January. It's always a New Year's gift, but the fabrication is going to take a little bit, but I've placed the order, so I'm excited to get those in 6 to 8 weeks and then mail them to you. All right. I've got, I think, a couple more in me before I get too tired and need to go to bed. But this next song is about when you're going out with somebody and it's going really well and you're super excited about that. And you're starting to make plans and explore what the future can look like together. And then dragons come and destroy the whole thing. And while that may seem really random to you, I do like to raise awareness with this song that every 4 minutes in the wizarding world, a relationship is destroyed by dragons. So while you may not think that it's important to have a song like this, I want you to know that this is very prevalent, and this song will be here for you should you ever be stricken with this experience. So here we go. Charlie Weasley, you're so dreamy. After 2 years together, this might be love. Now you're leaving for Romania, and I may never see you again, because it's becoming clear Charlie Weasley doesn't really love me. He only loves his dragons, and I know he's never gonna change. Charlie Weasley Weasley, you said you'd always love me, but you're in love with dragons. And I know you'll always be the same. Weekends at the Burrow have been pretty fun. And I like your family quite a lot. But for my birthday, you got me a dragon skull. And for our anniversary, you just forgot. So I think it's time we talk this out. Charlie Weasley doesn't really love me. He only loves his dragons. And I know he's never gonna change. Charlie Weasley, you said you'd always love me, but you're in love with dragons. And I know you'll always be the same. Charlie, baby, don't you cry. Third-degree burns don't hurt after a while. Charlie, sweetheart, give us a try. 'Cause if you can't commit, I'll have to say goodbye. Charlie Weasley doesn't really love me. He only loves his dragons. And I know he's never gonna change. Charlie Weasley, you said you'd always love me, but you're in love with dragons. And I know you'll always be the same. Charlie Weasley is a very good dishes humming song, so I don't blame you, Lillian. Oh, I took a Mucinex before this show, and now it is making my sinuses all loose. So bear with me while I have like a little like umbrage cough in the back of my throat. But all right, I'm gonna play one last song. I appreciate you all for joining me on the live stream tonight. I am so glad to do a public one of these once a year to help celebrate and also like remind people that the Patreon exists. So thank you so much for joining, even if it was just for this live stream. I truly like get so much out of everyone who interacts with the band, whether it's just on social media or Patreon, live shows, all of it. Like I can't do any of this without everybody who enjoys Tonks and the Aurors. So I appreciate you and hope you come back next year for the live stream and any other live stream shows that I play. I don't have anything currently booked, so I can't like promote a live show, but I'm sure something will come up in the next few months. So just you can subscribe to the email list. That's a great way to get to know what's coming up with Tonks now. I'm getting better at sending emails, but all right, this song is called Yes All Witches. It requires you to shout along to Yes All Witches and fist pump your heart out. I got a room full of mostly muggles to absolutely scream this song and fist pump along to it on Saturday. So I expect a room full of magical folks to do the same. So join me in singing Yes All Witches with you. Yes, all witches. Yes, all witches. Yes, all witches. Yes, all witches. If the patriarchy is holding you down, stand strong together with us. If you're a wizard standing in the crowd, questioning if you're good enough, Let me hear you say yes. All witches. Yes. All witches. Yes. All witches. Yes. All witches. Hundreds of years of systematic oppression is gonna bring around a little bit of aggression. So saddle up your thestral, 'cause we've seen things you can't believe. Let me hear you say yes. All witches. Yes. All witches. Yes. All witches. Yes, all witches. It's not about world domination, just equal representation. We are the voice of a generation. Let me hear you, Hogwarts Nation. If you wanna be a badass witch, become a feminist. Let me hear you say yes. All witches. 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 Thank you, everybody, for attending, listening. Thanks to everybody in the chat. Thanks to everybody who was lurking. I see you. I appreciate you. I love you. And thank you to anyone who's watching this on the live stream replay, because I will leave this up on the YouTube channel for you to be able to watch afterward, which is the way we do it with the Patreon live streams, too. You get access to all the Patreon live streams. So thank you. I hope you have an awesome holiday season approaching, and stay safe. And hopefully I'll see you on the road sometime. I'm trying to get back out there. I am playing live shows, so if you have a library that books programming, let me know and I can see what I can do. So have a good night, everyone.